What's up, y'all? My name is Ebony Davis. I just hopped off my time machine from the 70s. I had to go holler at Diana Ross, ask her if I could borrow this shirt so I could show y'all how I do this luscious, luscious afro. Today, I'm gonna be doing double strand twists after I wash this hair. Whew, it's a process. I really love my hair. I have a lot of love for my hair. That wasn't always the case. I definitely resented it growing up, but I'm so glad to be in this place where I truly appreciate my DNA, my genetics, everything that's been passed down to me. My hair holds codes, it downloads information, it lets me know what's good in the universe, and I'm super grateful for that. But to get started, because it is a process, I'm going to light a little incense and take a couple deep breaths. Right now my hair is obviously in a fro state. When I wash it, you're gonna be able to see my natural texture. It's kind of a kinky curl. It's a little bit different throughout different parts of my head. In the front, it's a little less tight of a curl. In the back, it's a little less tight of a curl. It's usually like that for most Black people that I've encountered around the perimeter, just from like, you know, being styled more. And then in the center, whew, that's where it gets fun. That's where it takes a lot of self-love, okay? A lot of patience, because that's when it gets a little bit more coarse, but that's okay. My hair is strong, and I love that because I'm strong and my hair represents me. So for my tutorial today, as I go from my luscious fro into some two-strand twists, I'm gonna be using Kerastase line specifically for curly hair. It's called Curl Manifesto, which I love the name of it. If you know me, you know I'm a magical being and I love all things magical. So manifestation really speaks to my soul. I'm gonna be starting with the shampoo and the rinse out conditioner, and then I'm gonna come back and show you some of the other products and how I use them in my hair. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I used the shampoo, I used the conditioner, and I applied this moisture mask, which is super important because as a model, I'm always getting my hair styled, always getting it manipulated in different ways. So really taking some extra time to pour love into it and put a mask on really helps to bring it back to life. And as you can see, I have super curly hair. And I think it's so beautiful. It's curly, it's kinky. There are a couple different textures, but through and through, it's just really curly, and I love it. I think it's so beautiful. The fact that I can look at myself right now and say, I love my hair, makes me so emotional, because that definitely wasn't the case even just a few years ago. You know, even when I made the decision to go natural, it wasn't like I made that choice and then right away I was like, you know, I'm some Nubian queen, like, yes, queen, like I feel good about myself. That's the most important thing to remember when it comes to natural hair, is not only having patience during the styling process, but having patience with your emotional process. Before I get too carried away, I'm gonna get into my styling process. First, I'm gonna start by sectioning off the back part of my hair. I'm gonna use this satin covered ponytail holder to hold up the rest of my hair. This is so great because other ponytail holders can snag your hair. Even though I just washed my hair and I dried it with this amazing microfiber towel, Vernon Francois, the hair god, the hair genius, makes this one. I still actually like to add back in a little moisture as I'm styling because it just makes my hair a lot easier to comb through. And I love when my twists are super juicy in the end. Like, I just love a good juicy thick twist before it dries and I have my fabulous twist out. So I have my handy dandy water bottle here, and I'm just gonna spray a little bit on this back section. And then I'm gonna work with the Curl Manifesto leave-in conditioner as a styling product. Just take a little bit like that, nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna work that through with my fingers. I detangled in the shower, so it's pretty easy at this point to use my fingers. I actually detangled with my fingers in the shower too, because with combs and brushes, you just can't be as attuned to your hair. You know, when you come against a snag and you're using your fingers, you can pause, work it out as needed, and it's really gonna help maintain the length of your hair because it's gonna prevent breakage, and that's truly the name of the game. After I move that product through with my fingers, I'm gonna go in with my Tangle Teaser brush. This brush is truly a godsend. I've used a lot of detangling brushes, and this right here is the truth. I've been stuck on this one for a minute. So I'm gonna go through and brush just to get that back part really, really sleek and smooth, so that when it goes into this 2-strand twist, they're really smooth and all the hair is in the same direction. That's gonna help with the end result too, when you take the twist out and your twist out is popping, okay? I'm gonna break this section about half, and then I'm gonna break it in another half, and so begins the 2-strand twist. One over top the other, from the root all the way down to the tip. You might have to stop, brush, because I like to make sure the tips are really, really smooth. It just looks better in the end. And then keep going all the way down. And then when I get to the end where I can't really twist it over each other anymore, I like to just use my finger to create a nice coil. And that way, when you take the twist out, there's like a cute little curl at the bottom. But look, you can see my juicy twist. I'm excited. Listen to that sound. Oh, it's giving juicy. Ooh. Look, I was so busy. I was caught up in the ASMR. I messed up on my twist. Hold on. I was too caught up in the moment. And don't worry about the excess product. If you're a black girl, you know that that's just conditioner. It'll soak into the hair after a while, and it's just gonna keep your hair protected. So it's not anything to worry about. Just make sure you don't use a rinse out conditioner as a leave-in. I gotta give kudos to Beyonce, because man, that lady has changed my life. But she just, the way she has affirmed blackness, especially with the Lemonade album, like, I like my baby hair with baby hair and afros. Like, what? She really gave me the confidence to step into this new person. Speaking of Beyonce, I thought Black is King was so cool because I feel like it really illuminates this moment that we're in, this moment that I was talking about as far as Black people coming into consciousness of who we are. And I also thought it was cool because in 2019, I started my own nonprofit organization called Daughter, which provides birthright scholarships to descendants of the diaspora to return back to Ghana for 2 weeks at a time. And I did that because I went back myself in 2018, and it was just such a life-changing experience for me that I thought that everyone who descended from the motherland needed the opportunity to return. And it's so funny because, it truly came about because of my hair. You know, my hair really started this journey of self-exploration for me and really wanting to get back to the root, get back to the truth of who I am. And that's what took me to Ghana. If I wanted this hairstyle to last like a few more extra days, I would use this gel on top of the leave-in conditioner, but since I'm going to take it out and wear my fro and just have a twist out style, I'm not gonna use the gel. I want my hair to be a little bit more flexible. So now I'm just gonna go in with my edge control and my edge brush. I know you know what this is, okay, sisters? I'm just gonna smooth out my edges a little bit, get my baby hairs together so that they're nice and smooth. I just love the way it looks, like, damn, yes. Boom. I love to give myself, let me try to give myself a little swirl. Hold on. Let me give myself a little swirl. Gotta pull it out. Trust the process. Okay, so boom. We got our edges done. Baby hair is acting right. Everything is slick. Everything is super juicy, super healthy. I'm so happy y'all came to rock with me, came to listen to me talk about my hair, and so grateful I got the opportunity to share my journey with you. I'm excited to see what this looks like in a couple days when I take these twists out, because I know it's going to be a fabulous twist out. But thank you for staying tuned, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for watching How I Do.